Today, we're unpacking something that could completely transform your dating life. 3 things you should never let a woman find out. These aren't just surface level tips, they're core principles that shape how women see you, often without either of you realizing it. Let's begin with a question. Why do so many women find themselves attracted to older, more seasoned men? Is it simply the age gap? Not quite. It's something deeper. Women are drawn to men who carry wisdom, men who've learned through experience what to avoid, what to say, and what to hold back. They've developed a refined instinct for not making the same mistakes as countless others. To make this clearer, let me tell you a quick story. In The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, there's mention of a legendary figure, Casanova. What made Casanova irresistible wasn't just his charisma, it was his ability to hold back. His restraint was his greatest weapon. He knew that revealing too much emotional vulnerability too soon would kill the mystery. By keeping certain truths to himself, he kept women fascinated and coming back for more. So, keep that in mind as we get into these 3 crucial points. Don't just listen, internalize them. Let these principles become part of how you operate. Point 1. Never let a woman know you're in love with her. Yes, it sounds counterintuitive, but listen closely. The second a woman realizes that you're in love with her, especially early on, the energy between you shifts. It's not that love itself is a turnoff. The problem is how it's perceived. If you reveal too much too soon, she starts to subconsciously reassess your value. She might begin to wonder, if he's already this invested in me, could I do better? This taps into a concept from evolutionary psychology called mate value asymmetry. The idea is that attraction tends to flourish when there's a slight imbalance, when one person values the other just a little more. If that imbalance tips too far in your direction, it can lead to a loss of respect. And make no mistake, respect is the foundation of attraction. Without it, the connection falls apart. It's not just your words that reveal your feelings, it's your tone, the way you look at her, your body language, how you text. These micro signals speak volumes. Women are incredibly attuned to this energy. Here's something to reflect on. Think back to a woman you were absolutely crazy about. How did you behave around her? Now compare that to how you acted around a woman you liked, but weren't fully invested in. There's a clear difference, right? And women can sense that shift too. The goal is to stay composed and balanced, no matter how strong your feelings are. Point 2. Never tell a woman how she makes you feel. This is where so many men trip up. They believe emotional openness will create closeness. So they say things like, "You make me feel complete," or "I've never felt this way before." But instead of drawing her closer, it often pushes her away. Why? Because it makes you seem emotionally reactive. It gives the impression that your emotional world is entirely dependent on her, and that's a heavy load for anyone to carry. Let's look at another example from The Art of Seduction. Cleopatra, the iconic seductress, was a master of enchantment. Yet the moment a man became overly attached or emotionally overwhelmed by her, she began to lose interest. Why? Because she thrived on tension, unpredictability, and strength. She didn't want someone who fell apart under pressure. She wanted an equal. When you constantly tell a woman how she makes you feel, you're unknowingly surrendering your emotional strength. And while she might not consciously label it as unattractive, something in her energy starts to pull back. Real strength lies in emotional stability. Your emotions should be like a fortress, calm, secure, and unshaken. That's the kind of presence that naturally draws women in. Point 3. Never talk about past heartbreak. This one hits deep for a lot of guys. Never let a woman know you've been betrayed, cheated on, or left heartbroken. Because as much as it feels like vulnerability, it can quietly chip away at your perceived value. Why? Because it plants doubt. If another woman didn't see your worth, she may start to wonder, should I? There's a fascinating concept in the book Sperm by Robin Baker. He discusses mate choice copying, a subconscious behavior where women are more attracted to men who are already desired by other women. If she senses that other women respect you and value you, her interest naturally rises. But if she hears that you were cheated on or emotionally shattered, it subtly signals weakness. And there's more to it. When you admit that you've been broken in the past, she may unconsciously begin to test you, to see if she can break you too. Women seek emotional safety, and part of that is knowing their man is resilient. Not cold or heartless, but composed. If she senses that you fall apart easily, she won't feel secure around you. So why are these points so crucial? because at every moment you're communicating something through your behavior, your energy, even your silence. You're either radiating strength and self-control, or you're signaling insecurity and emotional neediness. Women are instinctively drawn to strength. They want a man who makes them feel safe, someone who stands firm in himself. That's what creates deep attraction. Winners don't dwell on the past. They project quiet confidence and effortless success. Think of someone like James Bond. Why is he admired? Not just by women, but by men too. It's not just the looks or the gadgets, it's his demeanor. He never lets his emotions take the wheel. He stays cool under pressure. And that calm power, it's magnetic. Thanks for watching. Remember, your mindset is where your growth begins. Stay sharp, stay composed, and I'll see you in the next one.